Let's get started. I invite you to find a comfortable seat and start arriving here in this moment. So I invite you to perhaps close your eyes or lower your gaze and start bringing your awareness to your breath. So I invite you to observe your breath without changing anything. I invite you to become aware of the breath and how you are breathing right now. So is your breath shallow? Is your breath deep? Are you breathing on your chest? Are you breathing on your belly? So let's start by being aware of that process of breathing. So as you do that, I invite you to start slowing down and grounding yourself. So perhaps you can close your eyes and just bring your full awareness to the breath. Deep inhale in the nose, all the way in, deep inhale. Big exhale to the mouth with a big sigh. We'll do it again. Deep inhale in the nose, all the way in. Big release through the mouth. Last one in. Deep inhale into the belly, all the way in, and then big release with a big sigh through the mouth. Bringing your awareness back to your breath, breathing gentle in the nose and out through the nose. So the invitation now is for you to arrive and to be here, leaving behind the day, whatever happened today. We put it in a little bubble and we put it aside, and then we can go back to it. But now I invite you to be here, present in this moment. One more deep inhale all the way in. Big release through the mouth. When you're ready, open your eyes. And invite you to just shake that off. Perhaps shake your arms, shake your legs, move your body a little bit. And make sure you are comfortable in the way you are sitting, okay? Very important to be comfortable. You can sit on the floor, on your mats, or you can just sit on a chair. The important thing is for the next part, you are feeling very comfortable, okay? So we're gonna be sitting. So make sure your legs are in a comfortable position. Every time we practice any type of yoga, mindfulness, meditation, and breathing, it's very important that you feel comfortable. You know, if you're not comfortable on the floor, you should not sit on the floor, okay? Because then that becomes a distraction and an obstacle to get into the process. So, let's start with some mindfulness talk. Presence. Presence is the greatest gift you can give to anyone. Being present is the greatest gift you can give to your family, to your friends, to your children, to your partner, and to anyone you interact with. Being there with them. All right? Presence with the moment, with every moment in life. Very important. However, we get busy, we get distracted, we have things to do, we have to go to work, we have to pay bills, we have deadlines, you have to take the children to school, and then we become so busy in our mind that we're never present. We are always somewhere else, thinking about what's going to happen, what I need to do, what happened yesterday. I'm thinking about my past, I'm thinking about my worries of the future. So we're never present. We're always somewhere else. The truth is that you are where your mind is. So wherever your mind is, that's where you are. So you can be here right now with me, listening to this conversation. But if your mind is thinking about dinner later, or putting your children to bed later, or the deadline you have to, achieve tomorrow, you are not here. You are in the deadline, you are cooking dinner, or you are worrying about something else. So we are where our mind is. And wherever your mind is right now, that's where you are. So we go through life living like that. And even if you are here and you are present, your mind is thinking. You are judging everything I'm saying right now. You are agreeing with what I'm saying. You are disagreeing. You are finding examples how this play in your life. So your mind is always processing and creating meaning and trying to objectify everything. So every time the mind is doing that, we are not there. We are not present for the people we care for. And that's how one day you wake up and your children are old and you think, where are my children? Where is my partner anymore? It happened to us men a lot that one day our wife, partner comes say, I'm sorry, I'm done with this. I'm gone. I'm going to go. I say, what happened? It's like, where were I? How didn't I know that this was happening? Because we were not there. So it's very important to become aware that we are not there. And for that, we practice mindfulness. Mindfulness allows us to be aware about where our mind is at any given time. Otherwise, we are living in autopilot. And the mind is controlling our experience of reality, everything that exists, But we are unaware of it. And we keep doing the same things over and over and over because we are too busy, because we are too stressed, because we are too overwhelmed, because we are too worried about things. And in that process, we miss out in life. Because life is happening right now. And right now, and right now. It's in the present. So it's in those moments with your partner, with your family, with your friends, even at work, if you run a business, and you are not there, present in the sales meeting, you're going to miss out. And all of us, including myself, we miss out in life sometimes because we're not being there. So mindfulness is very, very powerful tool to learn because mindfulness allows us to become aware of our thoughts. It allows us to be present and observe what's happening with the mind. Because the mind will talk to you all day long. It's talking to you right now, right? It's telling you things. And that voice will never shut up and it will be there. And for some of us, that voice is very loud. And when we go to bed at night, we lie there and the voice is there. It's very loud. And it can make our life hell. Right? That voice there is what we need to start controlling. How do we do that? With mindfulness practices. Practicing yoga, meditation, concentration, breathing techniques that allow us to slow down the mind. Because the mind shouts. Your mind shouts. Your heart whispers, right? We know this. So when the mind is busy, it's very difficult to listen to the heart. And your truth lives on your heart. All the good things of life happen in the heart. So then what happened? We forget. We forget about the things that really matter in life. We forget. And then we worry about things that don't really matter so much, really, right? And then we remember. And sometimes it's too late because people are no longer there, right? So mindfulness practices allow us to bring that volume of this voice in the mind down. Mindfulness practices allow us to bring this volume down. And by doing that, by having the volume down of the mind, now we can hear what the heart has to say. And for some of us, we know this stuff. Many of you here, you have come to my classes, to my workshops, to my retreats overseas, and we have been through the whole process. And you feel amazing. I say, oh, this is great. The volume of my mind is down. I went to Bali, I did all this work, and now the voice is gone. The bad news is that that voice will never go away, right? The voice in your head will always be there. We cannot get rid of it. What we can do is to do maintenance to maintain this volume down. You know, every time you go to a yoga class, you bring the volume down, and then you go home, and then the next morning, the volume goes up. Every time you go to a breathwork journey, the volume goes down, and then it goes up. You go to Bali or you go overseas, you do a retreat, and you spend 7 days, 8 days doing something, and then the volume goes all the way down, and you think you're free. 2 months later, the volumes come back again, and the mind starts getting busy again. And we start forgetting about all the beautiful things we have in life. So the work never ends. The moment you become aware of it, you cannot escape it. Right? And for some of you, you know this stuff, but you forgot because you went back home and you got busy and you forgot and you got carried away, and then suddenly you realize, I feel totally disconnected. I lost my connection with my partner, with my children. I have stress and anxiety. I'm overwhelmed. Or I'm not doing the right things for myself. I'm always trying to please others, trying to do this. Why is this happening? It's happening because we are not in the present. We are in our mind, trying to get somewhere, trying to do many things. Okay? So mindfulness allows us to become aware of that voice, to become aware of the thoughts, and then we become the observer. I'm here, this is me, I'm not my thoughts. And because I know that I'm not my thoughts, I'm here, I realize that I don't have to believe everything I think about. Because the mind will lie to me all day long. It will tell me things that are not true about myself, about the people I love, about people in general. You know? The mind is not designed to make you happy. It's designed to survival. So we need to do the work if we want to be happy. Otherwise, the mind will control you. So we can control the mind, or the mind can control us. And the only way we can do that is with mindfulness practices. Or you can go to the doctor, and the doctor will give you some pills that will make you sleep, and then you're fine. But you're still missing out because you're not feeling anything. You're numb. What if you could experience all the ranges of emotions and be okay with it, with full acceptance? And life is a beautiful thing. Life is a gift. But we have forgotten how amazing life is and how privileged we are to be here and live this life. Because we're not living it anyway. We are on holidays and we're thinking about work. We're at work and we're thinking about holidays. We're at the office, we're thinking about our children. We're with our children and we're thinking about the office. So it makes no sense. Now, it's not your fault. Because the mind, the job of the mind is to keep you worried. That's the job of the mind. We have to do the work to make sure that we can start bringing that control in our lives. Ultimately, it's peace. Peace is there, right there inside your heart. You might not see it, you might not feel it. Love, peace, joy is all there inside. You know, you might not feel it right now, but that's because there is a cloud covering it. But not because you have a cloud, it means that your heart is not perfect. You know, not because you have a cloud, it means that love, joy, happiness, peace are inside of you. They are there. We might not feel it because we are too cloudy in the mind. It's like here it's raining right now, massive storm happening. Before, but it's raining, it's cloudy. You know, you say, oh, you know, it's like, where's the sun? The sun is gone. The sun is never gone. Beyond the cloud, when you go on a plane, you can go through the storm and the sun is there. It's just a cloud passing by. So next time you feel sorry for yourself and you feel like, oh, life is not great, or just remember, that's not who you are. That's just a cloud passing by. So observe the cloud instead of believing that you are that cloud. And then as she comes, it's going to go. So let the clouds come and go. And you can be the observer. And just be back and let those things come and go. It's very easy to say this. How do you get there? Go to yoga class. Practice some meditation. Do a bit of breathing. Eat healthier. All those things will help you. So it's very important, and also important to remember that the practice is ongoing. It never ends. You have to do maintenance. I encourage you to start practicing some yoga. If you haven't done it, there are some beginners courses everywhere. You can go and try, to learn meditation, and just start with some basic things. Even learning how to breathe properly. Some of you might have no problems in your life. You might have the perfect life. But if you breathe in your chest, you are going to be creating stress for yourself 24/7. Even if you have no problems, just because of the way you breathe. So learning how to breathe properly and ground yourself and, be solid. That's going to help you a lot. Is this helpful? Please put it in the chat if you can relate to that, what we have discussed so far. It'd be great if you can say there how you feel about it. Can you resonate? Because when we share, that's when we start the process of transformation. It's like, I always say this, that the importance of doing the work. We give too much credit to the intellect. And I'm telling you this, I'm an engineer, by the way. Right? So I went to uni for 6 years. I studied engineering and I did all this work in corporate before I became a yoga teacher, a breathwork facilitator. I studied a lot for a long time. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Love it. Understand. Helpful. Good explanation. Great. So we give too much credit to the mind, to the intellect. And we have to remember that things that are beyond the mind cannot be comprehended by the mind, right? So the mind cannot comprehend things that are beyond the mind. And that's a very good reflection to have, because we try to make sense of everything. So it's very important to, just looking at the comments, it's very important to understand that some of this work doesn't make any sense. You go to a breathwork journey, you do meditation, it doesn't make sense. It makes no sense, but it works, right? Because it's beyond the mind, okay? Very important. Cool. So, the breath is the gateway from the material world to the spiritual world. You might believe in this, you might not believe in this, but that's how it works, right? So the gateway from the material to the immaterial is the breath. The breath allows us to go beyond the mind. It's kind of a carrier. So you can go to your higher mind, to your wisdom and your intuition. You can nurture those things with the breath. The breath is very, very powerful. And the ancient yogis, they knew this stuff. 5,000, 10,000 years ago, the ancient yogis developed all these breathing practices. Pranayama, that's how they call them. With the only purpose to master your energy, your vital energy, your prana, which is the energy in the universe. Everything has prana everywhere. Prana is like the vital energy that keeps the universe together. The more prana you have, the more conscious you become. And prana comes in the food, it comes in the oxygen you breathe. So pranayama allows us to expand this life force, the prana within us. So, when we talk about chakras and things like that, chakras are batteries in the body. And what these batteries store is prana. So when you have good prana and you eat healthy and you do pranayama techniques and breathing, what you're doing is basically putting this energy inside of you, and that goes in the chakras. So the chakras, the energy within the chakras is prana. And then the chakras feed your heart, feed your lungs, feed your brain, your sexual organs, and they keep you energized, right? So without prana, we stop existing, right? By the way, everything I'm sharing, it comes from yoga science. This is yoga, right? So, yeah, the yogis developed all these breathing practices a long time ago, right? And then in modern times, some people that have studied some of that, they simplify it and they develop something called breathwork. And breathwork, they have all these different fancy names like holotropic and DMT and, rebirthing, which is basically some very, very basic breathing techniques with some sexy names. So you go to those events and you it's a marketing tool, right? All these things. The real power is in pranayama, right? When you start learning those techniques, you learn how to go beyond the mind and master your energy to ultimately awaken and free yourself from all the constrictions of the mind. Because all the suffering, where is all the suffering? What is your suffering? My suffering is in my mind. And each one of you who experience any type of suffering, that's all in your mind, nowhere else. And I have mine, you have yours, and everyone in this world have their own, and it lives here. So pranayama allows us to go beyond that and free ourselves from all the constrictions of the mind as we free ourselves, plus, of course, the asana practice, the yoga and the meditation and all this stuff. So breathwork, as we call it these days, is just a washed down version of pranayama techniques, right? And it works. It's a different purpose. It's not the same as pranayama, but it can allow us, to release stress. It can allow us to fill up our cup. It can allow us to find some peace and go beyond the mind, to release some of all the stuff, the crap that is in our head. And today, we're going to do some breathwork practice together, right? And I'm going to explain that, in a moment, okay? So, before we keep moving, I want to share with you just a quick breathing technique that you can use when you feel stressed or overwhelmed. And this all comes from the ancient practices, right? So basically, the breath allows us to control the autonomous nervous system. So all of us, we have an autonomous nervous system that works by itself. We can't control it, apparently, right? So it regulates all your functions, all your glands, it regulates all like for example, if you need adrenaline, so you can run from the tiger, your five senses will detect the risk, and then your adrenals will give you adrenaline, and you will run like you have never run before to run away from that tiger. And that works automatically. You cannot control it. The moment you see the danger, you're gonna run, boom, right? So that's all controlled by the autonomous nervous system. So the autonomous nervous system is what we call normally flight or fight or stress. And the other one is rest and digest. So you can be either on flight or flight, or you can be on rest and digest, right? So for us to be able to make babies, for example, we need to be on rest and digest. We cannot make babies if we are on flight or fight, right? So that's why we have both. And to digest the food and all the stuff, we need to be on the resting one, right? So basically we call them sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system is the stress one, the flight or fight, sympathetic. The parasympathetic nervous system is rest and digest, okay? Now, depending on the length of your breath, you can move from one to the other and then vice versa, okay? So for example, if you are very stressed and you are in a flight or fight response, which is most of us these days because of the world we live, what we want to do is to exhale for longer. So you can inhale for the count of 3, and then exhale for the count of 6. And if you exhale for longer, you will start relaxing and you will go into a resting place. If you cannot sleep at night because the mind is very busy thinking about things, the technique we use is to exhale for longer. So you can inhale for 4, exhale for 8. Or inhale for 2, exhale for 4. If you have short breathing, in for 2, out for 4. And then you increase it. In for 3, out for 6. In for 4, out for 8. In for 5, out for 10. And that's going to allow you to relax. So you are very stressed and you have to go on to the meeting with your boss to ask for a pay rise, or you need to have that difficult conversation, or before you pick up the phone to call someone, or you're in the middle of an argument and you know you're going to say something you shouldn't say that you're going to regret. You say, excuse me one moment, I'll be back in 2 minutes, and you run away, you go to the bathroom, and you breathe in for 4, out for 8. You do that for 2 minutes, and then you come back and you will be more calm. You will not be fighting again, right? So in for 4, out for 8, or in for 2, out for 4, or in for 10, out for 20, right? That's going to help you relax if you are stressed, overwhelmed, or anxious. Now, if you wake up in the morning and you have no energy and you feel like you're like, I have no energy to get up, I need to go and do this work, and I feel like I couldn't care less because my body is not energized, and you need to bring some activity, some stress into your life, we do the opposite. So we inhale for 4 and we exhale for 2. And that's an energizing breathing. Inhale for 8, exhale for 4. All right? So the longer the inhale and the shorter the exhale, the more you get activated. So, you know when you go to an event and they say, okay, deep breath in, exhale. Well, that's not helping you relax. That's activating you. Okay? So to relax, we need to exhale for longer. Sorry, to relax, exhale for longer. To activate, short exhale. To activate, short exhale, yeah. Yeah, thank you for your comments. Yeah, if you want to have comments there, put them there. Or if you have any questions, please put them there. I can address them as well. Now, we know how to do this. We have done it. Babies do it. Have you ever had a big cry? When you're very activated and you go, wah, wah, you feel like crying, and you see the babies or the children having a massive tantrum and they're crying. What do kids do when they stop crying? They do this. Very short inhale, long inhale, long exhale. And that's how we do it. Right? So that's all you need to do. Now, I do have a free meditation on my profile. If you find me on social media, there is a free meditation there. 10 minutes, with a 10 minutes breathing practice and meditation practice that has some of that for relaxation, which got those things. So if you want to practice every day this, you don't have to memorize what I'm saying. Go to my profile. There's a YouTube video there. Watch it. It's free, and you can watch it 2 times a day, in the morning, at night, and if you cannot sleep, you put it there and you fall asleep with it. It's really, really helpful, okay? Good. Let's keep moving. How about when you... Well, energy, no, I mean, if you don't have energy, you know, you need energy, and that's actually stress is not a bad thing, and that's the thing. We think when I use stress, I mean activation. You know, it's just that we're too active. If you practice mindfulness and you accelerate yourself, of course, your mind is being wired. You're going to get stressed like in a negative way, but stress is very important, because if you don't have stress, you cross the road and you get run over by a truck because you're like, la, 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 life is so beautiful, and I just say, and then the truck, boom, and you're dead. You know, if it wasn't because of stress, we wouldn't have evolved as humanity, because all of us would have been eaten by tigers or dinosaurs, whatever, you know. So stress is important because it allows us to survive and to go to work and do things we cannot. The problem is when that goes out of control. At the same time, we cannot be too relaxed because we cannot be just there relaxing in bed all day long and just, yeah, life is cool. Then we don't get anywhere. So both energies are very important. So consider that, okay? Cool. Exhale to the mouth or to the nose? Good questions. So inhale in the nose, exhale to the mouth. That's going to relax you more than if you do in the nose and out the nose. And if you do in the mouth and out the nose, for the activation, it's going to activate you even more. Okay? It's become too complicated. Don't worry about it. Just longer exhale will relax you. Shorter exhale will activate you. So you can do something like this. You want to activate. And then just like that, even my voice changed, right? I feel like I can just, have this energy. I can just go, you know? It's very easy, okay? It's not that complicated. Cool, let's move on a little bit. So, can I ask everyone to stand up, please? I invite you to just check your body. I cannot stand up because the camera is gonna be out of camera. So check your body, check your arms, check your legs, okay? We're gonna move the body a little bit before we start doing some breathing, okay? So check your arms, right hand up, right arm, check it, a bit of jumping up and down, left one up, a bit of jumping as well as you can. Now bringing the right leg up. So jumping the right leg on the side, and then the other one, okay? So if you have any tension, I invite you to do a bit of stretching. Whatever you feel like, you need to stretch your arms, you need to stretch your arms, you need to stretch your legs, you need to bend forward. Feel your body, and whatever your body needs, I invite you to give it to your body. Because your body deserves some attention. We're so busy that we don't even give attention to our body. So if you need to stretch or do anything, please do it now. Cool? All right, before you sit, deep inhale all the way in. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale. Release. Last one in the nose. Exhale. Every time you move, your pranas get activated and start going from your chakras to every part of your body to give you energy. The heat in the body is energy, is combustion of energy. So back to sitting, please. So make sure you are sitting and you have a bit of space around you, okay? Make sure you have a bit of space. So we're gonna inhale. Arms up. With your right hand, grab your left wrist, okay? Right hand, and then stretch to the right. Open your chest. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. On the next inhale, we swap, we go to the other side. If you are sitting on the floor, you can bring your arm down and just stretch like that. Otherwise, keep your hands. Inhale back to center, exhale back to the other side. Inhale back to center. One more time. And the next inhale back to center, twisting to your right. So twist, you might bring your hands on the floor or on your chair. So twisting from your belly button. Very good. We need to open the lungs before we breathe. It's very important. Release the muscles, the intercostal muscles. Keep breathing. On the next inhale, back to center, arms up, twist to the other side. Twisting. Inhale back to center, arms up, arms down. Good. All right. So we're going to do a breathing practice together in a moment. Before that, we're going to prepare to get there. So I'm just going to give you a few instructions so you know what's going to happen. So we're going to do like 10 minutes preparation, and then we're going to go into the breathing. When we go into the breathing, you can stay seated or you can lie on your back, okay? But don't do that yet because we're going to do about 10 minutes of something before that, okay? When we do the proper breathing, the breathing parts, and you are sitting on your back, in that moment, we're going to breathe together. In the mouth and out through the mouth. You want to pierce your lips like this. Let me see if you can, because let me fix the audio first. You're going to pierce your lip like this. You want to breathe deep into the belly. So it's deep in the belly, but gentle. It's not a forced breathing. It's not like that's what most people do, and that's what is being promoted out there as well. That's very intense. We don't want to do that. We are breathing. Every time we breathe, it's going to be with the only purpose to fill up your cup. So that's how we breathe, filling up your cup. Every time you breathe. Deep inhale in the belly. Long exhale to the mouth. Some of you are yoga teachers, and I know that in yoga, we never breathe in the mouth. It's always in the nose and out through the nose. But that's pranayama, and that's different. I teach pranayama as well, and with pranayama, we do only nose breathing, okay? For the purpose of this practice, we do it in the mouth and out through the mouth. All right? Now, and I know some of you because I read your forms, if you have PTSD, if you have any lung conditions, if you have any heart conditions, if you have any mental imbalances, if you have high blood pressure or low blood pressure, or any other conditions that you're aware of, like even if you have like any imbalances that you're aware, you just want to breathe in the nose and out the mouth. Okay? Everyone else breathe in the mouth and out through the mouth, unless you have a condition that you want to protect. By breathing in the nose and out the mouth is a more gentle breathing. Okay? That's how it goes. Now, I will ask you to breathe for some time, and then I will ask you to exhale all the air and hold your breath for a few seconds. And in that moment, you hold your breath. And then I will say 3, 2, 1, inhale all the way in. You inhale, and then I ask you to hold your breath again. You hold your breath for a few seconds, and then you exhale. And then we do it again. We might do 3 or 4 rounds, okay? We're going to start very gentle. 3 or 4 rounds, depending on how I feel the energy of the group, okay? So again, you're going to breathe in the mouth and out through the mouth, or in the nose and out through the mouth until I ask you to stop. When I ask you to stop, you exhale all the air, you hold your breath, and then I said, after a few seconds, inhale all the way in, you inhale, hold your breath, and then exhale, and then we do it again. You don't have to memorize any of this because I'm going to guide you step by step, okay? So don't worry about, if you didn't get it, that's fine. I will guide you through the process. So as long as you are listening, you're fine. Now, again, if you have any high blood pressure, or you have any mental imbalances, or any conditions that you want to protect, when I ask you to hold your breath, count until 5, and then back to normal breathing until the next instruction, okay? If you have any conditions, you are not meant to hold your breath for long. So you hold your breath only for 5 seconds, and then back to normal breathing, and you wait for the next instruction. Cool? If you have any questions, put them in the chat so I can guide all of you and keep you safe. My role here, number 1, is to keep you safe. These days, breathwork journeys and things like that are super unsafe. I'm a breathwork facilitator, and I don't promote breathwork at all, because most of the things that are happening out there, they're very unsafe, and most facilitators are not prepared to actually hold the space and keep people safe. So safety is the most important thing, okay? Yeah. Now, if you just want to have a more gentle journey, whatever we do in the nose and out the mouth. And also, when you're holding your breath, if I ask you to hold your breath and you feel like you need to breathe, please breathe. Don't die here, because if you die, that's not good. All right? If you feel like, oh, I need to breathe, well, you need to breathe, okay? You are in control, okay? And you will be in control the whole way. So don't worry about it. So you need to breathe when you're holding your breath. Just breathe in a little bit and keep holding until the next instruction, okay? Is that clear, everyone? Yeah, give me a thumbs up. I can see you. Awesome. So good. Cool. Thank you, Jane, for your message. What else? Okay, when we breathe in, you might feel some tingling. You might feel like you feel a bit dizzy, or you feel, that's okay, it's normal. Everything's gonna go away after we finish. Now, if the whole thing feels too much for you, just go to a normal breathing, in the nose and out through the nose. Okay, just make sure that your internet connection is stable. And if for some reason you stop hearing my voice for too long, you might be disconnected. And then you wanna open your eye to see, okay, he's still there, or he's no longer there. It has happened in the past that someone just kept breathing forever, waiting for me to let them to stop, and actually their internet connection dropped. So that could happen. If you can't hear me anymore, perhaps you are disconnected. Okay? Any question, put them in the chat before we start. So as I said before, we're gonna prepare for about 10 minutes with some breathing, and then we go into the a bit more into the breath work with holds, okay? Good? All right. So find a comfortable seat. So we'll invite you to close your eyes. Close your eyes. Become aware of your breath. So every time you inhale, I invite you to repeat in your mind, I am aware that I'm breathing in. And every time you exhale, repeat in your mind, I am aware that I'm breathing out. Make this voice very loud in your mind. Repeat, I am aware that I'm breathing in. And then repeat, I am aware that I'm breathing out. Breathing gentle in the nose and out through the nose. We keep repeating, I am aware that I'm breathing in. And then I am aware that I'm breathing out. Keep doing that. Now breathe a bit deeper. See if you can deepen the breath and bring the air into the belly, actually all the way down to your pelvic floor. And as you do this, repeat, I am aware that I'm breathing in, and then I am aware that I'm breathing out. Keep going deeper like that. Now we go in the nose and out through the mouth. Deeper inhale in the nose, longer exhale to the mouth. I am aware that I'm breathing in, and then I am aware that I'm breathing out. We keep doing this. Keep breathing. I am aware that I'm breathing in, and then I am aware that I'm breathing out. Visualize one light going in the breath. So imagine there is a white light going in the nose, into your chest, into your belly, all the way down to your pelvic floor. So see this light going in, purifying your system, purifying your body, purifying your mind, purifying your heart, removing any impurities in your body, in your mind, in your system. And as you do this, we release anything that is not serving us anymore, any energies that don't belong to you, energy from other people, any extra worries, self-judgment, whatever is not serving you anymore, we release that with the exhale. So imagine this white light going in the nose, into the chest, into the belly, into the pelvic floor, and then turning around along the spine, going up to the spine, into your head, and going through the crown of your head into the center of the universe. See this white light moving through your body. Stay with the breath. On the next inhale, we start counting. So we count for 4. Inhale in the nose for the count of 4, and then out to the mouth for the count of 8. In for 4, out for 8. Stay with the breath. Keep counting and make this voice loud in your head as you count. In for 4. So you keep counting in the nose for 4, out the mouth for 8. And you keep visualizing this light going in. So every time you inhale this light, we invite the new. And we inhale abundance, peace, self-love, respect, prosperity, connection, love. What would you like to invite into your life? I invite you to put an intention with the inhale and bring that all the way inside as a white light going into your heart, into your chest, into your belly, into your pelvic floor. And at the same time, as we exhale, we purify our body, our mind, our spirits, our hearts. And this light goes through the crown of your head all the way into the universe. If your mind is busy, that's okay, because that's what the mind does. So we cannot blame the mind. But you can distract the mind by bringing awareness to the breath and keep counting. On the inhale for 4 and on the exhale for 8. So we keep counting as you breathe. And we keep visualizing this light going all the way in and then out. Stay with the breath. You might feel a little bit dizzy, a little bit sleepy. If you feel sleepy or you are yawning right now, like, that's your nervous system starting to relax. So just keep breathing. In for 4, out for 8. As you breathe now, I invite you to start making some big circles with your head. So big circles. We start stretching our neck. Gentle, slow. Allow yourself to be gentle. There is no hurry. There's nowhere to go. So even with the breath, slow it down. The mind always wants to go somewhere. So we'll always want to speed up the movement. Big circles with your head. Changing directions if you haven't changed yet. Slowing it down. Slow circles with your head, slowing down the breath. So the count is a bit slower. In for 4, out for 8. Back to center. Now we start rolling our shoulders, big circles with our shoulders. And as you do, I invite you to start releasing all the things that you carry in your shoulders, all the things that don't belong to you, all the stuff that you carry, worries, any stress, any energy stuck there. So you can do one shoulder first and then the other, or both together at the same time. Slow, make sure you go slow, slow. Some of you are going very fast. Make sure you do it with grace. So move with grace. Mindfulness is not only in the mind, but also in the way we move. Show me the way you move, but I know how you think. One of my teachers said. So you slow down the movement, you slow down the mind. Changing directions, if you haven't changed yet, slow breathing. In for 4, out for 8. Back to center. With your eyes closed, bring both hands forward and arm forward towards the camera, towards your device. With your eyes closed, start making some big circles with your wrists and hands, big circles. Slow, very gentle. Become aware of how fast you're going. Slow it down, slow it down. Become aware of the space between your fingers. Try to grab the space between your fingers. Circles with your arms. Slow breathing. Now keep circling your hands and bring your arms up. So we start rolling our hands, our shoulders, our neck, moving our chest in circles. So move your chest in circles, your hips if you can. And with your eyes closed, I invite you to just express yourself. How will you be if you were an eagle flying up in the mountains, through the valleys? How will you move if you were a fish in the water? So I invite you to feel your body and just move and express and open your chest. Make some circles with your shoulders, with your hips. Just moving the body. Keep breathing. In for 4, out for 8. Staying with the breath. Stay with the breath. When you're ready, with your eyes closed, we start slowing down, releasing your hands, finding stillness. Breathing gentle in the nose and out through the nose with your eyes closed. Bringing your right palm in your heart and your left palm on top of your right palm. Gentle breathing. in the nose and out through the nose. I invite you to go into a journey last year, 2024. I invite you to remember a good time you had in 2024. Something that was really good. You really enjoy it. I invite you to think about the places you went to in 2024. All the new things that you did that you weren't aware of. Your travels overseas, so in Australia, the gatherings with friends that left a mark in your heart in a good way. So let's go and look at all the good things that happened in 2024. Who did you meet in 2024 that is still in your life and changed your life? Which places did you visit? What did you learn in 2024? How many things have you overcome in the last 12 months? So I invite you to remember all the good things that happened for you in 2024. I invite you to bring a deep sense of gratitude into your heart for everything that you experienced, the things that gave you growth, perhaps the things that you didn't enjoy much, but also are helping you grow and move forward in life. Bringing some gratitude in your heart, breathing gentle in the nose and out through the nose. Now I invite you to remember someone who is in your life, someone you love, someone who is very important to you. Perhaps this person is sitting next to you right now. So I invite you to connect with someone in your heart who make your life special in one way or another. Perhaps your partner, your children, a dear friend, your parents. As you cannot find anyone, perhaps your dogs, your cats, your horses. And if you don't have pets, perhaps yourself. And I invite you to imagine the presence of this person in front of you with your eyes closed. Feel the presence of this person and invite you to send this person some love from your heart to his heart or her heart. With your eyes closed, visualize this person's face. See this person's eyes, smile, eyebrows, nose, hair, eyelashes. Look at this person's smile. And look deep within this person's eyes. And from your eyes, I invite you to send some love to these eyes. And invite you to allow yourself to feel whatever you're feeling. It's okay. It's okay to feel. Feelings are a gift. And feel the love from this person coming back at you through her eyes or his eyes. And invite you to receive that with an open heart. Deep inhale in the nose, all the way in. Big exhale through the mouth. One more time in. Big exhale. I invite you to stay there and bring some gratitude into your heart. And I invite you to send this love and gratitude to everyone in your life who makes your life special in one way or another. Your partner, your children, your teachers, the person at the coffee shop, the person next to you, and everyone in this room. We're going to send some compassion and love and kindness for everyone to have an amazing 2025. Wishing them the best. Even to the ones that might trigger us sometimes. Even to the ones that we might not like so much. We send love and compassion to every living beings because everyone is doing their best to be happy in the same way that you and I are trying to be happy with whatever we have. Sending love to everyone. Deep inhale all the way in. Big exhale through the mouth. Last one in. Big release. So in a moment, we will start breathing together as the instructions I share at the beginning of this section. You can stay sitting or you can lie on your back. So release your hands, stay seated, or find a place where you can lie on your back. Ideally a place where I can see you, okay? If you fall asleep when we breathe, that's okay. It means your body needed some rest. There's no right or wrong here. Especially if you are a perfectionist, don't let your mind get on the way. Just breathe and focus on the breath, and you will be fine. So get yourself ready. Before we start, deep inhale all the way in. Big exhale. Make a sound on the exhale. 2 more times. In, all the way in. Big release with a sound. Last one in. Big release. So now, together, we will breathe together in the mouth and out through the mouth, or in the nose and out through the mouth. So at the count of 3, we breathe together. 1, 2, 3, breathe. Deep inhale all the way in. Big exhale. Big inhale all the way in. Big exhale. Stay with the breath. We keep breathing. Stay with the breath. Deep inhale in the belly. Make sure the air goes to the belly. And then a big release. Stay with the breath. With every breath, we invite the new. With every inhale, we purify our body. We bring more acceptance, forgiveness, gratitude. And with every exhale, we release whatever is not serving us anymore. Allow yourself to release with a big exhale. Stay with the breath. Keep breathing. Breathing deep and gentle. Make sure you don't push yourself. It's not a competition. And if you're pushing yourself, because that's what you do in your everyday life, I invite you to bring some more gentleness into the breathing. Stay with the breath. We keep breathing. Deep and gentle. Deep inhales in the belly, long exhales to the mouth. Three more times, only 3 more breaths. Big exhales. So on the last breath, exhale all the air empty your lungs, and with your lungs empty, hold your breath. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale all the way in. Hold your breath on the top, holding your breath. 3, 2, 1, release. At the count of 3, we breathe together again. 1, 2, 3, breathe. Deep inhale all the way in. Big exhale. Stay with the breath. Breathing deep in the belly, all the way in. Allow yourself to breathe. Enjoying the breath. If your mind is busy, just bring awareness to the breath. We stay with the breath. We keep breathing. Make sure you're gentle, you're not pushing too hard. Stay with the breath. Deep inhales all the way in. Long exhales. Stay with the breath. We keep breathing. Stay with the breath. Deep and gentle. With every breath, we purify our system. Allow yourself to go through any resistance. If you're finding some resistance right now, you're finding some resistance that's only in your mind. And that's the same resistance that might be controlling your life today. So allow yourself to go through it and soften into the body with ease, with love, with patience. 3 more breaths. 3 more breaths. So on your last breath, empty your lungs and hold your breath. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale all the way in. Hold your breath at the top, holding your breath. 3, 2, 1, release. Together, we breathe again. Keep breathing. Stay with the breath. Breathing deep but gentle. With every breath now, I invite you to connect with your heart, with the power that lives within your heart, the strength, the beauty, all your leadership that is in your heart, the intelligence of your heart. With every breath, we go deeper there. We allow ourselves to connect with our heart, to feel that power, the confidence, the strength. Just keep breathing. Stay with the breath. If you have any distractions in the room, just bring your awareness back to the breath. Keep breathing. Stay with the breath. So these are the last 5 breaths we take. Deep and gentle. Last 2 breaths. And with the last breath, exhale all the air, empty your lungs, and hold your breath. Holding your breath, connecting with the space and the emptiness within you. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale all the way in. Hold your breath at the top. Squeeze your muscles, very gentle. 3, 2, 1. Release all the air. Deep inhale all the way in again. Deep inhale. Hold your breath. Exhale. 2 more times. Deep inhale. Long release. Very long. Last one in, all the way in. And now it's a very long release and gentle. Breathing gentle now in the nose and now through the nose. Gentle breathing. Breathing gentle in the nose and now through the nose. Bringing your right palm in your heart and your left palm on top of your right palm. I invite you to connect with all your special people in your life. I invite you to feel their presence and I invite you to see them in front of you. All the people that makes your life special in one way or another. And from your heart, I invite you to send some gratitude. Perhaps just one person. Sending some gratitude, some love and appreciation to everyone. Now I invite you to find a mirror, a place where you can see yourself. Perhaps in your bathroom, I invite you to, with your eyes closed, see your face in the mirror. See your eyes, see your eyebrows, see your mouth, see your smile, see your hair, your skin, your wrinkles, your eyelashes. And invite you to look deep within your eyes, see yourself. And invite you to send some appreciation for the person in front of you. Deep appreciation and gratitude to yourself for your journey, for your life, and everything you've been through, for your dreams, and for the power that lives within you, unlimited power in your heart. I invite you to recognize who you really are, beyond the clouds. Deep inhale in the nose, all the way in. Big release through the mouth. Last one in. Big release. Breathing gentle again in the nose and out through the nose. When you're ready, start connecting with your body. Squeeze your hands, squeeze your toes. If you're on your back, bring your knees to your chest. Acknowledging any sensations in your body. We find acceptance and gratitude for whatever the experience. As we remember that whatever you receive is the right thing for you today. We accept things the way they are. And we avoid trying to make sense of our experience. Breathing gentle in the nose and out through the nose. And when you're ready, you come back to sitting. If you're on your back, please, we join in a sitting position again. And when you're ready, open your eyes. If you feel a bit emotional, that's a gift. Love can feel very similar to sadness. Especially if we haven't felt in a long time. We might feel, I'm very sad. No, perhaps you're just feeling love for people or for yourself. And it's okay to feel. It's okay to miss people, especially if they're far away. My whole family is away in Chile, right? And I miss them a lot. But they're always alive within me. So wherever you are in the right place. Just trust, okay? Deep inhale all the way in, big release. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. Beautiful practice. Please share in the chats how you feel right now. How was your practice? I really hope you enjoyed it. You know, the purpose of this for me is to spread more this work that I do, and the need for all of us to come back to our heart, because that's the only way we can live our lives, is from our heart. But we get so busy and we get so confused, and we get, the mind gets busy with things. So I invite you to remember, what's really important when you are in your heart. If you're feeling something right now, it's because that's alive there and it's important, and you forgot. So you feel something now, Pick up the phone and call the people you need to call. Send a message and send appreciation for no reason. I invite you to do that, to appreciate people, to say thank you, you know. It's very important. We forget. We get so full of ourselves. We get selfish and like, oh, my own problems, my own worries. But then when those things are gone, we remember about all the beauty we have. Like we have so much. We live in Australia. I mean, the air is clean. There are no bombs coming down. You know, we have food, we have water, you have a bed, most of you. So, yeah, appreciation and gratitude to life itself, you know, to everything. So thank you for joining me. I want to start doing something like this, perhaps once a month. So if you are far away and you want to join me, once a month I'm going to do like a free thing and just for the community, you know. Yeah, I have some more free events coming up this month. So I want to invite you to those free things coming up. And of course I have some other things as well, you know, it's part of it, because otherwise I cannot eat food. I need to work so I can feed myself and pay my bills like everyone else. And this is my work. And I love what I do. You know, I wish I would just dedicate myself to do all of this for free and for everyone, because it's just beautiful. Like I receive as much as you receive by doing this. So yeah, let me share. If you want to share, if you have 5 minutes, I will appreciate if you can see what I would like to share with you that is coming up. And I really appreciate you being here today. So next week, I'm running this free 2-hour workshop, same time, 2 hours though. If you are in Sydney, it's 7 to 9. If you are in Queensland, it's 6 to 8. It's all about understanding prana, chakras, pranayama, and kundalini awakening from the yoga perspective. So it's the yoga science behind these things. Because these days, everyone is talking about chakras and no one really knows where they come from. So this is the origin of philosophy, from where all these things come from, and the power of certain things like pranayama practices and how to, you know. It is an intellectual class. So we're going to talk about things. We might do a bit of a practice, but it's more about, you know, understanding things. Now, understanding things and learning new things will not change your life. It's the practice. That's what I said before. You need to do your practice. So this is good to understand, but then if we don't do our practice, nothing's going to change, okay? So that's next week. So please join us. Please, if you want to support me, the best thing you can do is to share this with your friends. You know, I'm going to send you an email with the link, and if you think it's valuable, send it to your friends, put it on social media. So you help me by doing that. I like to help you. You can help me in that way, okay, by sharing my work. And then on the 30th of January, we're going to learn how to breathe properly. Most of us don't know how to breathe. This is also a free workshop. It's very important to learn correct breathing. Just by breathing your chest, you are creating anxiety and stress. So breathing your belly is going to help you bring more peace. Okay? So 2 hours to learning how we breathe and how to bring more well-being. And those are the 3 things coming up. Okay? Then, if you really want to get a daily practice and learn about pranayama and how to increase your well-being and increase your spiritual growth, I'm going to have a 5-week online program starting on it's not the 30th of Jan, that's the wrong date, right? It starts on the 6th of February, okay? So 6th of Feb, I'm starting this pranayama course that is all about, you know, learning how to do all this pranayama practice, and also we have like a daily practice, right? So it's about learning all the foundations. We cover everything again, like the chakras and how to use pranayama for spiritual growth, okay? So that's something, if you're interested, I will send you information. But I would say if you're interested in this, come to the other first, the free ones, and that will give you a better idea of what this is all about. Okay? And then, well, every Sunday in Jandina, I do breathwork and community. We do breakfast and we go for coffee and beautiful community every Sunday. And then we go to Bali again. Every year I run 2 Bali retreats in Uluwatu, and we do a lot of mindfulness and pranayama. So if you want to go to Bali, this is the best way to reset. Okay, and many of you here have been there. Okay, thank you so much. Really appreciate you being here. There's a QR code there. You can scan that, or you can just see the email I'm going to send with more information. And thank you for joining me. And leave your comments. Tell your friends about the work we do here. I don't do entertainment. I always say to people, if you want entertainment, a lot of people doing entertainment with breathwork and other stuff. We do work, and we really work on the mind and bringing more well-being into our lives. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your presence, your time, for giving me your time, because without you, I have nothing to do in my life, right? You giving me your time give purpose to my life, because that's what I do for a living. So have a beautiful evening, and I hope to see you again one day, okay? Thank you so much. Much love to all of you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Christian.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.